Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Staff Sergeant Maney, part of 1st Squad, 2nd Platoon, Battle Company, 117th Infantry Division. This is an unclassified information brief with a purpose to inform members of our organization about the People's Republic of China. The agenda for today is utilizing the PMISI PT format, is the political, military, economic, social, information, infrastructure, physical environment, and time aspects of the People's Republic of China. My references are the U.S. Army.mil Odin Tradoc website. Firstly, the political aspect of China. China is a communist nation ruled by the ruling party, the Chinese Communist Party, otherwise known as the CCP. Initially, at its founding in the mid-20th century, the CCP was not very lenient towards social and cultural change. However, they have developed more leniency at the beginning of the 21st century. They have a very large sphere of influence throughout the Pacific region. It is important to note that China has a very large police force called the People's Armed Police Force with 700,000 officers. They possess small arms and modified civilian vehicles with the purpose to arrest, investigate, and they are also in charge of border patrol. There are also other paramilitary groups within China. Additionally, there is no opposition to the CCP allowed in China. Those who oppose the CCP are swiftly and quickly dealt with things such as disappearances, kidnapping, etc. Next is the military aspect of China. They have the largest military in the Pacific region. This is a big part of their national strategy to influence the Pacific region. Their military is composed of the People's Liberation Army, and within the People's Liberation Army is the Navy and the Air Force. China's military has undergone rapid modernization, and the technological gap between the Chinese military and the Western militaries has been quickly closed by China. China utilizes Tier 1 and Tier 2 weapons. They're also a lead weapon and technology exporter to developing countries. They sell their Tier 3 weapons to those developing countries. Next is the Chinese economic system. Chinese is a world economic superpower. They're the world's largest exporter with an emphasis on foreign trade. Due to their cheap labor, they're able to mass produce. They also have a very large economic influence, which they use to influence the Pacific region. Next is the social aspect of China. Because China has such a massive population, they also have large social diversity and cultural diversity, with the Han Chinese being the largest ethnic group in China. China also emphasizes social control and assimilation. However, they have been more lenient with this in the more recent years. They have been met with resistance because of their social control and assimilation. China also allows freedom of religion. However, when this religion begins to undermine and pose a threat to the CCP, they are swiftly dealt with. Next is the information aspect of China. China has a very large information environment with one of the world's most active information environments and one of the most users. However, they have heavily restricted media. It is restricted by the Chinese government. They also restrict freedom of speech on their social media. China also utilizes their cyber capabilities to influence countries around the world. Next is China's infrastructure aspect. China is a very modern and a very urban country with a very efficient and effective mass transit system. However, they have a very bad pollution problem. They have a lot of pollutants in their air, ground, and water. However, the Chinese government has taken steps to mitigate this. Their air pollution problem has improved. However, their ground and water pollution problem has not improved. Next is China's physical environment. China has a very vast terrain with high mountains, green plateaus, river valleys, and deltas. They also have 3 seas surrounding China: the Yellow Sea, the East China Sea, and the South China Sea. They also have a very wide climate range, which includes tropical climates, semi-arid climates, and subalpine climates. They also have a lot of natural hazards, including earthquakes, typhoons, animals, and diseases. Next is the time aspect of China. Time is very important and highly valued within the Chinese culture. Their culture is very fast-paced, and this has led over to the military side of China, meaning that China has a tendency for preemptive action within their military. When interacting with Chinese personnel, U.S. military personnel needs to be extensively briefed and decisions need to be approved by higher command prior to any meetings with Chinese military personnel. To recap, in the PMISI PT format, politically, Chinese is a communist nation. Militarily, they are large and technologically advanced. They're an economic superpower. Socially, they're very culturally diverse with a very large population. Informationally, they have a very large information environment. However, their speech is severely restricted. Infrastructurally, they are very modern. However, they have a poor pollution problem. They also have a very vast physical environment with varying terrain, varying climate, and with 3 seas surrounding the country. Time is also has a lot of cultural importance within China, and preparation is necessary for U.S. military personnel prior to meeting with Chinese military personnel. All of these things are very important when considering stability operations in and around China and the impacts on U.S. forces. Thank you.